Hello, Cody and Annie here with the Board Buds, and today we're going to be reviewing Jibber Jabble from Cassie Sikes with art by Saibepu. This is a party word game where you and your friends are going to try to spell clues out for each other one letter at a time without communicating in any way with each other. And you're going to do that 6 times, and then you'll get a score based on how many you got right. That's pretty much the extent of what the mechanism mechanics are. What did you think?
I like this game, but it can be really hard, especially if your brains all go in different directions for the clue. I'm trying to think of an example.
The very first time we played, I explained it to, I think there were 6 of us.
Yes.
I was being the guesser first, and I think the word was phone. I don't remember what letter we started with, but after all 3 clues, I think I had 0 full words and basically no information to go on because that's just how poorly it went.
Yeah, because none of our brains went in the same way, and nobody knew. I don't know if they just didn't quite understand right away what we were doing, or just
I think they understood, but it did go
very
after
poorly.
that initial clue.
Yeah.
It went significantly better, and we ended up doing okay overall.
Yeah. And it does, like, the more you do it, the better you kind of get at it with the same group. But yeah, it is difficult sometimes.
I think it's the most fun when at least some people in the group don't have any idea what everyone else is trying to do.
Yes.
That leads to the funniest situations in it when everyone's like, what are you talking about? I have no idea what we're doing here.
That's usually me. They'll be spelling a word, and I'm just like, I don't know what we're spelling. And you just throw out a letter and hope for the best.
That I think is my biggest downside to this is depending on the group and the people. Some people are going to want to think a lot longer and try to figure out where it's going and what the correct letter is, and that can slow this down a lot and make it's still fun and it's fine, but I think it goes a lot better if you're just kind of rattling off a letter when it gets to you.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter if you spell the word correctly or not. So if someone's spelling something and then, well, if the team is spelling a word and then one person isn't on board with that and doesn't know what's happening, it's better, in my opinion, for the flow of the game if they just kind of guess. And then it doesn't matter if that's the right letter or not. The next person can either continue with what should have been the right letter or say what letter should have been after that, and you'll still end up likely with the guesser knowing what you were going for as long as most people knew what was happening.
Yeah, we ended up with some words that were like close enough that the guesser was like, oh, okay, I know what this is with the context.
Yeah, we find it easier to write out the letters as you're going.
Yes.
Instead of just trying to remember them all. The rules do say you're allowed to ask for what the letters are anytime you want, just the clue givers aren't allowed to pronounce the word for you. Yeah. Which would help, I guess. Yeah. But I think just writing the letters down as you go makes it a lot easier, and you don't have to just constantly repeat, like, what was that again? What was that again?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the writing helped me a lot because I think the first couple of times we played, we didn't write it down, and then after that we did, and yeah. I can't visualize in my head as well as some people.
I can keep them in my head reasonably well until it gets a couple long turns in between, and then some arguments about what are you talking about, and then I'll forget. What do you think about the pool of available words? They fun words, not fun words?
Most of the time they're fun words. There were, I feel like, maybe 1 or 2 cards where I kind of looked at it and was like, I don't like any of these. But most of the time they are fun words. I feel like generally they are. And there's usually at least, like I said, 1 word on the card because you have a card and you pick from the card whatever word you want to do.
To expand on that a little bit,
Yeah.
each card has 6 words on it, and it's split into easy, medium, and hard, with the first 2 being easy, next 2 being medium, and the bottom ones being hard. And yeah, so you can continue that thought. Do you not remember where you were going?
I don't. Oh, no. Yeah. So, like, usually each card at least had one word. What it didn't matter where it was on the card, but I could look at the card and be like, oh, I feel like this word would be a fun one to do, and whether it was in the middle or top, bottom.
Yeah, I think the word selection pretty good so far, and there's a pretty hefty deck of cards with 6 words on each of them, so I think you're not really going to run out of stuff to do.
Yeah.
Did you think the words were separated in a logical way in their difficulty? Because I kind of didn't for the most part. The easy ones tended to be
Yes.
I agreed that they were easy, but the mediums and hard seemed kind of like a crapshoot. And
Yeah. Sometimes I
really
feel like
seem-
the medium ones felt a little harder than medium, and I don't know.
Yeah, the medium and hard just kind of felt the same to me for the
Yeah.
most part. But that doesn't matter. Like, you're not scored based on what difficulties
yeah.
you picked or anything. It's just how many you get right out of the 6. And most people don't even care about that in these type of games.
Yeah.
I like to see how we did. I care more than most people, I think, but oh well. There's also some challenges or achievements or whatever you want to call them in the rulebook that say pick this many of each difficulty and get all 6 right. So something to shoot for if you want to try to be challenged a little more. Anything else you want to talk about?
I don't think so. It's a fun game overall.
One last thing. There are some hint cards in there that you can use. It's an optional variant. They give you a one-time special power that you can use throughout the game. Stuff like skip your turn, have someone else take your turn for you. We've never played like that. I think it's more fun to flail and fail, but it exists if you want it. We mentioned the artist at the beginning. Not really a whole lot of art in this game. There's mostly just the box art and then a card back. The card back is mostly just this little chattering teeth guy on a pretty standard card background. So not a whole lot to mention there, but it's cute, fits the game.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into our scores. Why don't you start off?
Okay.
Unless you don't want to.
I can. I would probably give this like an 8 out of 10. I feel like people tend to have a lot of fun with it. I don't know. I think the only downfall really is that people get like confused with each other, and then like you said, the medium and hards kind of like seem a little bit the same.
I think I'm also gonna come in at an 8 with this. I enjoyed it a lot every time we've played it, and we've played it with a number of different groups. Everyone has a good time and is laughing throughout most of it. Like I said, if you're playing with the wrong group or person, it can really get bogged down, but I think is really more of a player issue than anything, so not gonna dock it any for that. So yeah, 8 out of 10 from both of us. Definitely one to check out if you like word games and party games. And we're the Board Buds. If you like the video, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.